What's your when they go low, I go lower moment? From the moment I started at Collins Marketing, my manager Kyle made it his mission to break me. The small stuff came first, accidentally, forgetting to include me in important emails, cutting me off in meetings, taking credit for my ideas. It's just how corporate works, my coworker Melissa whispered after I was publicly blamed for Kyle's missed deadline. Keep your head down and wait for your chance to transfer departments. But when my grandmother died, things reached a new low. I requested 3 days off for the funeral in Ohio, and Kyle approved it with a sympathetic nod. Family comes first, he said, his voice dripping with fake concern. Take all the time you need. I should have known better. The night before my flight, at 11:38 p.m., my phone buzzed. A text from Kyle. Critical client presentation tomorrow. Need you to lead it. Already told the team you volunteered. My hands shook as I called him. Kyle, my grandmother's funeral is tomorrow. You approved my time off weeks ago. Listen, he sighed, like I was being unreasonable. Everyone has family issues. This client could make our whole quarter. You want to be a team player, don't you? I thought about my mom, already devastated, waiting for me at the airport. I can't or won't, because this will definitely come up in your performance review. The threat hung in the air. I needed this job. The medical bills from Dad's cancer treatment had drained my parents' savings, and I was helping them stay afloat. Fine, I whispered, hating myself as I said it. I called my mom, hearing her heartbreak all over again when I explained. She would have understood, Mom said finally. She was always proud of your work ethic. The next day, I nailed the presentation while my family buried my grandmother without me. Kyle took all the credit at the department meeting, of course. Great job securing the Morrison account team. Special thanks to my leadership on this one. Something inside me snapped. That night, I stayed late, waiting until the office emptied. I knew Kyle never logged out of his computer, a security violation he'd written others up for. His password was saved on every system. I wasn't planning anything specific until I saw the folder labeled Q3 Strategy on his desktop. Inside were slides for next week's executive presentation, with my research, my market analysis, all labeled as developed by Kyle Brenner. My hands hovered over the keyboard. I could report him to HR, but he was golfing buddies with the director. I could confront him, but he'd deny everything. Instead, I opened his presentation. I didn't delete anything or sabotage his work. I simply added one slide at the end, a comparison chart showing the striking similarities between his analysis and the report I'd submitted to him 3 weeks earlier. I included screenshots of the email timestamps and added a simple headline, Integrity Matters. Then I forwarded the presentation to the entire executive team with a note, looking forward to discussing these insights at Monday's meeting. I left his computer exactly as I found it and went home. Monday morning, I arrived early. Kyle was already there, face ashen, the VP of operations standing over his desk. Emily, the VP nodded at me. We'll need you in the conference room. The meeting was brief. Kyle stammered through excuses while I sat silently. By afternoon, he was escorted out by security. By Friday, I had his job.